Morning on Lake Talek in the Masai Mara Game Reserve glowed with a soft white sky, marking the start of a peaceful day of patrolling for Jonah and Sarah. The small boat glided slowly across the clear water, reflecting the drifting clouds, making the scene strangely tranquil. Jonah stood at the bow of the boat, watching every movement on the vast lake, always alert for any signs of abnormality. Sarah checked her radio and first aid kit, making sure she was ready for any dangerous situations that were common in this area. The silence of the morning was broken when they heard a faint, drawn-out cry, like a desperate plea for help from a small creature. Jonah immediately slowed down, leaning forward to try to listen more clearly to the faint echo. Sarah raised her hand to block the sun, seeing a small golden shadow swaying among the gentle, constantly rolling waves. As the boat got closer, they noticed the distinctive round ears sticking up trying to fight the cold water. Jonah gasped when he realized it was a lion cub, seemingly exhausted from its long struggle in the water. Sarah saw its watery eyes turn toward them, a look that seemed to be pleading for one last chance to survive. The lion cub tried to raise its head but immediately sank halfway down, letting both of them know that time was running out. Jonah motioned for calm, explaining that a panicked wild animal in the water could react unexpectedly. Sarah grabbed the life racket, preparing to face the life-or-death moment that was getting closer by the second. Jonah maneuvered the boat closer slowly, minimizing any vibrations that might cause the lion cub to sink faster. The lion cub lifted one small paw out of the water, trying to grasp the air as if to grasp a fragile hope. Sarah lowered the net deep, trying to lift the sinking little body and feeling the desperate weight on it. Jonah held Sarah's shoulders tightly to keep the boat from tilting too much, helping her pull the animal up as safely as possible. Water splashed as the lion cub's head appeared above the water, its mouth unconsciously biting the handle of the net to stay afloat. Sarah clenched her fists, pulling the racket up a little bit while Jonah supported her under her belly to take the pressure off her weak body. As it was pulled onto the deck of the boat, the lion cub cowered, its legs shaking with cold and lingering panic. Jonah quickly covered his back with a towel to prevent his body temperature from dropping further in the chilly morning wind. Sarah gently wiped its face, helping it breathe easier and removing any remaining water from around its nose. Jonah checked his breathing, relieved to find it weak but steady, a sign that he still had a chance of survival. As the boat began to turn, Sarah spotted a faint strangulation mark around the lion cub's neck, a clear sign of a poaching wire snare. Jonah gritted his teeth, understanding immediately that he had not fallen into the water by accident but had been driven to the brink of death. Sarah placed the animal close to her, keeping it warm with a towel on her hands to limit the prolonged shivering. Jonah urgently notified the rescue center, requesting the preparation of breathing masks and rehydration solution. The lion cub occasionally opened its eyes to look at them as if recognizing the people who were trying to help it cross the boundary between life and death. When the boat reached the shore, the rescue team was immediately present, put it on a stretcher and took it straight to the small emergency room in the center. Jonah and Sarah stood in front of the glass door, praying for him to get through the most dangerous period of his life. Once the cub was settled, Jonah and Sarah returned to the lakeside area to check for snare tracks. They discovered many new fishing lines that had been hastily removed, proving that the poachers had left when they heard the boat that morning. The two followed footprints in the wet mud into the bushes, where many illegal traps were set. They suddenly encountered three poachers trying to hide their tools, immediately coordinated to surround and successfully control them. Jonah seized all the traps and called for reinforcements to escort the criminals to the station for handling according to regulations. The lion cub was named Lemai, and began his recovery journey under the dedicated care of the veterinary team. Once Lemai's health improved, he was taken to a semi-wild area where rangers simulated a natural environment to help him acclimate. Jonah teaches it to practice its stalking reflexes using fake animal models, helping to awaken its interrupted survival instincts. Sarah trained Lemai to respond to wind noises and grass movements, helping him become more confident in larger environments. Once Lemai was strong enough to fend for herself, Jonah opened the gates of the reserve, watching her run into the Masai Mara savannah with a hopeful future.